going on, people? LP 2000, right back at you with another video. This time I'm going to do something a little bit different, as I try to do every single time. It's 2015. Once again, Happy New Year to all my fellow Kaiju Collective brothers and sisters. And today I wanted to do a reflection of the year 2014 from a personal aspect. And I'm sure there are some folks out there that might resonate with what I'm going to talk about shortly. I want to talk about how great 2014 was as a Godzilla fan. And to me, 2014 was the year of Godzilla. Thanks to this movie, I knew when they announced that they were going to make another Godzilla movie, basically try to do right by the character instead of that abomination that happened back in 1998. I knew when they announced this that it was coming out, that it would be done on a bigger budget by Legendary Pictures. I knew that even if the film did poorly, which it didn't, but even if the film did poorly, Godzilla fans will be the winners through it all, because it will bring awareness back to the genre, back to the hobby itself. Because so many things came out as a result of this movie: Blu-rays, collectibles, figures, video games. It's been an unbelievable year, and I'm gonna talk about the things I've accumulated through this year, and just do a little discussion about it. And the first thing I want to talk about is the Diamond reissues. Yes, Diamond Distributors, the comic book people, did a deal with X Plus, you know, the makers of authentic, original, detailed Japanese figures of these great kaijus, and they did a deal with them where they going to reissue figures that have been rare and sought after by many collectors like myself. And I'm going to bring up a couple of them. The GMK 2001, Godzilla 1989, Godzilla 1968, and of course Gorosaurus 1967. Mind you, this is only just a few of the monsters I've gotten from Diamond reissues. I got, I'll say at least 90% of them. A couple I didn't get. But wow, what a great opportunity for newbie fans that want to get into this. This was a chance to get these collectibles, these figures, at a cheaper price. Way a lot cheaper than what they were going for in the past. And it was just great. I mean, there are some other figures that I have that's not pictured here right now that was a great score to grab, like the Gargantua Brothers, or Godzilla 1964, or Martha Lava, right here. It was just a great opportunity, and they released these figures like in waves, like maybe 2 figures per wave. One wave did 3. They came out quarterly throughout the year. And I thought it was just it's just great to have these figures finally, especially for me, these two. Because I've been trying to find Gorosaurus and Godzilla 1968 for the longest. And the fact that I was able to find them, really, really, really great. At the time of this recording, January 4th, 2015, I believe Diamond has completed their contract. I believe they were on a 2-year contract, and I think it expired in December. So we don't know if we're going to get more figures, because there are a lot more figures on the X Plus roster that can be reissued, like Titanosaurus, which is another favorite, Godzilla 1992, and Anguirus 1968 from Destroy All Monsters. Mind you, all these figures that they're reissuing are 30 centimeter. Like I said, Titanosaurus, Anguirus 68, Godzilla 1992, Space Godzilla, Godzilla 1984. Well, they are reissuing a Gigan with lighter feature. The Japanese X Plus is doing that, but we don't know what's going to happen as far as the Diamond's reissues are concerned. I hope they do. I really hope they do, and it will really give a lot of us collectors an opportunity to get the figures that we want to have for a cheaper price. But only time will tell, because I think these were very successful in the market. A lot of people were snatching them up, and it's just it was just a great time. It was just a great opportunity to get these figures, these beautiful figures. What's going to happen in the future? We don't know. We can hope for the best. Maybe Diamond will work with S Plus again to bring more figures back to the States. So let's hope and pray on that. On another front, let's get these out the way. Let's talk about Blu-rays. Blu-rays, yes, Blu-rays. Of course, like I said, with the movie coming out, it brought a lot of awareness to the genre. So of course, they're gonna bring back a lot of the older films. And now, since Blu-ray is the craze, they have brought almost all these films to Blu-ray format. Like these, for example. These are authentic Japanese Toho Blu-rays, which you can play in your PS3. It's not region code, so you should be able to play these. I got just a couple that I have to show you. Godzilla vs. Monster Zero, Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla 1974, The Terror of Mechagodzilla, The Son of Godzilla. Those are just a couple I have as far as the Japanese Blu-ray is concerned. These are absolutely beautiful. You can find them on Amazon for like maybe $35 a piece, but even still, $35, I know it's a lot for a Blu-ray, but still, the picture quality, the sound quality, the interactive menus, the behind-the-scenes stuff. Mind you, yes, it's in Japanese language, but if you've been watching these films as long as I have, you pretty much know what they're saying and what's going on. So you don't necessarily need to hear the English language or read the English subtitles. Just the picture quality and the special features on these are worth the price alone. I know on the Mothra vs. Godzilla Japanese Blu-ray, aside from that being my favorite Godzilla film, there's a feature on there that has dedicated to Yuji Sakai, where they have an interview with Yuji Sakai, and he discusses all the monsters, or at least all the Godzilla suits that he has sculpted and put out there for people to have. I mean, obviously you can't really understand what's going on, but just to see him talk and to see him showcase all the Godzilla suits, as well as production photographs of the Godzilla suits in each movie that he was in, very, very great, very, very great. So I highly recommend you pick these up off of Amazon.com, AmazonJapan.com. And they have all these. They have every Godzilla film in Blu-ray format for the Japanese Blu-ray. So I highly recommend you pick these up. And also on the American front, they've also came out with other Godzilla movies. This is from Kraken Release. They re-released Godzilla vs. Gigan on Blu-ray, which is the American version, as well as Godzilla vs. Sea Monster, the American version. Sony also did Godzilla 2000, the Heisei movies, the Millennium movies, as well as the Rebirth of Mothra. And also they did, yes, Godzilla King Ghidorah, Godzilla vs. Mothra, Mechagodzilla, Space Godzilla. These basically are just Blu-ray versions of the DVD version that came out when the '98 movie came out. You remember when Godzilla '98 came out, and they came out all these DVDs for the Heisei movies? It's virtually the same thing, except in Blu-ray format. But they're all they both had Japanese language and English language. And they're all the authentic Japanese uncut versions, except for Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah and Godzilla vs. Mothra. They're the U.S. versions, where they don't show everything at the end. In Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah, for example, after we find out he's still alive, when you see him at the bottom of the ocean with the remains of Mecha King Ghidorah, it just shows him just roaring with bubbles in the water, and the end credits roll. They don't have that here. It just, when Godzilla awakens and he roars, whatever, it just cuts like mid-scene, and then the credits roll, or at least a small number of credits. But in the rest of these, they have everything is there. They show Godzilla at the end of Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla and Space Godzilla when he's wading out to in the ocean to go back home. They have that. I don't know why they didn't do it in Godzilla King Ghidorah and versus Mothra, but it's no big deal. But even still, the picture quality great. The sound quality is really great. They get these at Walmart for like 10 or 12 bucks a piece. Really can't go wrong there. Also, they came out with the Gamera movies. They put these Gamera movies out on Blu-ray, the Showa series, in a box set 4 of the first 4 Gamma movies, and the last 4, $10 a piece. You can't beat that. So it just brought, just like I said, it just brought so many great things this year, and to have these for viewing pleasure, and to see all these films in high definition, it's just great. Really, really is great. Now, what else happened this year? Oh man, what happened this year? Something happened in September. Something big, something burning, something I can't put my. Oh, there you go. Of course, you know what this is. You know exactly what this is. The X Plus Gigantic Series Burning Godzilla, the second entry in the illustrious Gigantic Series line from X Plus. Wow, I would have to say this is probably the highlight of my year. To get this figure, wow, it's just unbelievable. He is just amazing on so many levels, but you already know that. And he was a good seller. I understand he sold like maybe 2,000 units or more. I think even more so than the first gigantic figure, the GMK. But wow, just an awesome figure. It's just, it transcends being just a figure. It's a work of art. And like I said, I can go on and on about this figure. I've done a review on it with my wife, but it's just, wow. Like I said, this is, for me, this is like the highlight of the year for me. Because I missed out on getting the gigantic GMK Godzilla, and when it first came out. But I knew when they announced the Burning Godzilla was going to be the next one in the line, that it was something I had to have, and so it's just wonderful to have this figure. So, wow, the epitome of 2014, right here. Whew. Wow, I mean, it just speaks for itself, you know, it's just, wow. Okay, alright, that's it for that. What else happened? Oh yes, a Godzilla video game. Yes, for the PS3. And now we just got word it's going to be remade for the U.S. audience in this year, around in the summer. Mind you, this is the Japanese video game of Godzilla. It's basically what I've been told, and based on what I've been playing, some of it, it's like updated versions of Godzilla's Generations that came out for the Dreamcast back in the day. But to play as Godzilla, to destroy buildings in an authentic way, I mean, yes, it can be repetitive, but in the fight other monsters like Hedra, King Ghidorah, Mechagodzilla, Super Mechagodzilla, Destroyer, Mothra, Biollante, Final Wars Gaigan, I believe, Kiryu. It's just an awesome game to get. I highly recommend you pick it up. It's all in Japanese, whatever, but it's kind of easy to navigate through. But still, it's worth picking up. Really is. I mean, it can get repetitive, like I said, and maybe you can breeze through it in a day. But just to have it and just to go through the motions as Godzilla in the most realistic and upgrade and high definition grade possible is just great. So, wow. Great game to get. Highly recommend. Let's see. There's something else. That's majority of the stuff that I got in 2014. What else happened? Oh, yeah. Of course, you know, this year has been some good and been some bad, highs and lows. And of course, it will go out with a bang as far as I'm concerned with the release of the awesome final version 25cm King Ghidorah from X Plus. Well, I'm going to do a review on this with my wife. Mind you, this is my wife's figures. Oh, by the way, I also got my wife more into the collecting hobby. She's got the entire Gigantic series, and this is her Ghidorah, as a matter of fact. And she got the other Diamond Reissue figures, so it was good to get her involved. And she's been more active and wanting to play a role in collecting and knowing more about the genre and the characters and stuff, so that's good. Love you, babe. Let's see. Let's put this here a little bit in case it might be in focus, whatever. If I'm not in focus, I'm sorry. But I'm glad that we finally got our hands on this. King Ghidorah, one of the most sought after, one of the most requested, one of the most wanted figures in vinyl form ever, as far as X Plus is concerned. And this is a beautiful, beautiful figure. Mind you, I ordered mine through Ami, and as a lot of us know, they're not the best when it comes to shipping this figure overseas. You know what? Let me just... This is the box, if you can see it back here. This is the box that it came in. And to touch briefly on it, they decided to send this box from Japan to where I live in North Carolina like this. They didn't put it in a different box. They just slapped the customs paperwork, a label on it, and shipped it like this. And it has a hole in it, but however, even still, the figure surprisingly came intact, which is unfortunate. I can't say to that. Which unfortunately I can't say for the rest of my friends and fellow collectors that have got this figure. But yes, they, in their infinite wisdom, decided to send this fragile figure. And I know I live in North Carolina, and I did the math. From my house to Japan, 6,941 miles, almost 7,000 miles, and they sent it in such a poor fashion. It's unacceptable, and it's really a miracle that this figure is intact, because I've heard stories of broken heads, messed up wings, broken legs. It's just even some things even beyond repair, and I really feel bad for those. But surprisingly enough, ours came in such a the box came in such a bad fashion, but the figure is perfect, it's intact. And even with all the bad problems that surrounding this release, I have to say this is a great, great figure, an awesome figure. I'll cover more on that on the review later, but still, just to have this figure finally in my possession with no problems is just great. It really is great. He's beautiful, he's big, he's massive, and he's just an awesome figure. Wow. But I'll cover that in the review. But yes, 2014 was great. 2014 was a great year for us Godzilla fans, and I feel it's going to get better. Before the year was gone, they also announced on the movie aspect, they announced that because Godzilla did so well in the movie theaters, the American one, there's going to be a new one, I believe, in 2018, and supposedly Rodan, Mothra, and King Ghidorah are going to be in the film also. And also, Toho, the people that brought Godzilla to us in the first place, have announced that they're going to be doing a Godzilla film in 2016, a Japanese Godzilla film. So it's just been a great year on so many aspects, from the films to the figures to the movies, even interacting with other Godzilla fans in the Godzilla Collectors Facebook group, the X Plus Collectors Facebook group, the Kaiju Brotherhood, just meeting all these different people from different backgrounds, all walks of life has been very, very good, and it's been very, very fun. And I look to many more moments with y'all, fun moments, more fun moments with y'all. And I'm hoping that I make it at G-Fest this year. I didn't go last year, but me and my wife are trying to go this year. So hopefully I get to go out there this year. So hopefully I'll see y'all out there. But who knows what's going to happen next? And I know we got a Gigan coming out from X Plus, and the Godzilla 1968 25cm from X Plus. A new Gigantic Series figure is supposed to be announced sometime this year. Who knows? But with all these announcements with the new Japanese Godzilla film, and as well as the American one that's coming out after that, like I said before, it's a great time to be a Godzilla fan, and so it's great. But that was my year in 2014, the year of Godzilla, and I thank y'all for watching. Also, thank you for new subscribers that have subscribed to my channel. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. I'll get more videos out to you as soon as possible. The next video, stay tuned. The review, along with my wife, of the 25cm King Ghidorah 1968 from X Plus. Look for that real soon. Until then, y'all take care. Y'all have a good day. And let's enjoy the future, because it's bright, especially for us Godzilla fans. Take care. Bye.